hippity hop, hippity hop. Hippity hop. Whatever rabbit. You gonna do some talking today, Einstein? You gonna do some talking? Hi, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Einstein. What's a rabbit say? Super rabbit. Super rabbit. You're a good parrot. Peekaboo. Whatever rabbit. Super rabbit. Sweet. You're sweet. You're smart. Einstein, what does E equal? Horse. No, it doesn't. There you go. And I was here. I saw that. Yay, Marcia. Come on out, Einstein. What's the matter? You threw your box on the floor. He's been doing that a lot lately. I think he's tired of it. There's your pizza. Scoping out the joint, trying to figure out what trouble he can get into. He sees a crack in the door. He makes it try for it. I'm gonna shut that a little bit more. Don't bite my toes, you toe bird. Lydia, what do you mean? If Nick comes visit Ryan in Austin, he can come cook. Who's Ryan? Maureen, I know I do sound nasally, don't I? I don't know why. I don't have a cold. I was thinking that myself, that I was sounding kind of nasally. Nina, Chef Nick has already posted his version of what happened of the video. Okay. he did a video called I Cook for a Lion. He cooked for several different animals. Einstein's video was just one section, one small section of that. It was only like 90 seconds long. And we knew that going in. Now, we videotaped our own version of behind the scenes, and that can be found on Einstein's YouTube channel and also on his Facebook page. So, Nick's version of cooking for all the animals, it's titled I Cooked for a Lion. It can be found on Nick's page. I've got Nick's Nick's YouTube channel. And you're just going to have to look for it because Facebook doesn't like us posting YouTube links. On Facebook. They frown on that. Also, YouTube frowns on us posting links to Facebook. So you have to just look for it. Chef Nick DiGiovanni. If you misspell his name, you'll still find it. But you can find it in the description of my if you're on Facebook, you can find it in the description of my Facebook video. Einstein, I don't want you eating the house. Stop it. Okay. Well, sorry. That's okay. All I did was kick a toy and it scared him. See how quickly that can happen? Now, if he was outside and he got spooked somehow, that is how fast they can fly away. It's a good example. And you just never know what's going to tip them off. Spook them like that. Okay. Cara liked the very first part where Einstein flew away. Yeah, I thought that was cute too. I kind of thought they would use that clip. But as you can see, they can only use so many. I mean, we filmed for 3.5 or 4 hours for a 90-second segment in a video. And we knew that, like I said, we knew that going in. Yeah, Liddy, his main channel is the one with 27.7 million subscribers. He's a big deal. His goal is to be YouTube's #1 food channel. Yeah, I must have some sinus congestion. I don't feel sick. I just sound nasally. Oh, here he goes again. Oh, lots of sliding today. Okay, Einstein. I don't know if he's in a fun mood. He's in a playful mood. I just don't know if he's in a talkative mood today. I think I'm going to take his box away and put other toys. Let me get his tool box. Here, play with this. Oh, you've seen that before. That's not so scary. Play with that, and I'm going to take your your box away. Oh, he wants when I picked that up, he wanted it. Just like a kid. Okay, it's on the ottoman. Let's just see what he does. I'll just leave it right here, okay? It's just right down there. I'll be right back. Let me tighten this up again, and I'll get y'all back over here. Excuse me. I just remembered I did post the link to Nick's video in the comments in one of my posts for you Facebook people. Let me go to my office and I'll post it in the comments of this live stream, okay? Facebook doesn't mind if it's in the comments. I just can't post it in a post. So I'll be right back. Einstein, you stay right there, okay? I'll be right back. Be quiet.
You be quiet. Are you a super rabbit? You like your pizza pie? Did you eat a good breakfast? What did you eat? You're so quiet. Be good. Be a good bird, okay? Be a good parrot.
I love Birdie.
I love the birdie too. I love Einstein. Here she comes.
Thank you. Okay, I just posted the link to Nick's video. It's very long. It's about 25 minutes long, and like I said, he feeds many different kinds of animals. There's first a rat, then there's a cute little squirrel named Twiggy. He's a water skiing squirrel, but Nick cooks for him. And then there's Einstein. So Einstein is the third segment. Einstein's segment starts at 1 minute 6 seconds, and it only lasts for like 90 seconds. So, but watch the whole thing. The whole thing's really cute. It's a very entertaining video. Oh, S. Norval, thank you for the super. Appreciate that. Well, it looks like we have some new followers here. Question mark. That's the most unusual handle I think I've ever seen. Welcome to our channel. And if any of you are new, you're watching for the first time, or you've come to Einstein's channel because you found Einstein on Chef Nick's video, let me know. Okay, Einstein, let's do some talking. Okay? Want to do some talking? Super Rabbit. Super Rabbit is here too. There's Super Rabbit. I'll put him over there. You can just sit right here, okay? Okay, Einstein, I'll be back. Be a good boy. Whoops. Einstein, what's on the menu?
Whatever, Rabbit.
Whatever, Rabbit? That doesn't sound very tasty. Thank you for the stars, Martina.
Drink of water.
Okay. Get a drink of water.
Some water.
Lydia said some of the comments on Nick's video loved Einstein. Yeah, everybody loved Einstein when he said be quiet. That was really funny. Oh, hi, Arlene. Arlene says the outtakes were great. So funny. Thank you. We had a good time. It was worth the trip. Oh, Maureen liked when he said, "Where's the money?" Yeah. Lydia said she wondered what he would have cooked if Einstein had said turkey. Um, well, it was pre-planned that Einstein would get pizza. It was we collaborated on this for like a month, chatting back and forth about what Einstein would like. At first, we thought it would be pasta, but they fed pasta to another animal, so they didn't want to repeat the same food. So that's when we said, okay, it's got to be pizza then, with corn on it. Two of Einstein's favorite foods, pizza and corn. Pizza corn. Yeah. Okay, Lydia said, well, the only way Nick found you is that he watched a live or a video of you, Einstein. I asked them how they found Einstein, and they just said an internet search. So I guess they searched for like talking parrot, and they found Einstein. So, and they probably did. They probably went to his YouTube channel and started watching videos and said, "That's the bird we want." Oh, S. Norval said, when he said gotta clean, I about fell out of my chair laughing. S. Norval, we did too, except we were all standing up. Yeah, we couldn't believe some of the things that came out of this little birdie's mouth. It was just all so, he said them at all the appropriate times. You know, when Nick was about to cook the pizza, he said, you know, want to cook it. And he said, got to clean when the board got messy. And really, Jeff and I were looking at each other in awe because we really didn't know how this was going to work out. We had traveled for 4 days. We were tired. We took very good care of Einstein. We made sure he got plenty of rest and was happy. He was happy the whole trip. But it could have gone sideways in so many ways. And we only had this finite period of time to do the filming that day because Nick was leaving to get a plane to go back to watch his 2 brothers graduate. They were both having college graduations in different cities. I forgot now what the cities were. But he was going to first go to one brother's graduation and then go to the other brother's graduation. So he had to get on a plane. And so we just had like 4 hours that afternoon. It was like late morning, afternoon time frame. And if we couldn't make it, if we didn't get there, it was all done. I mean, it was over. So they just wouldn't have had Einstein. So anyway, yeah, it was. Sarah asked, would you do something like that again? Probably if the situation was right and safe for Einstein and that it was something that was doable. For those of y'all that don't know, that are maybe new watching my channel, I do let Einstein talk, but I don't usually do all the talking. But he just isn't very much in a talkative mood, and I'll give him a chance a little bit later. Also, to answer your question, we have been asked many times to go on America's Got Talent. In fact, they stopped asking us because we've turned them down like 5 or 6 times. There was just no way that we knew Einstein could get in front of a huge audience and talk. It would scare him to pieces. And this was a situation where Nick's studio is like in an apartment. It's in kind of a residential area, but it's a kitchen. All the other rooms of the apartment are, you know, business. He has one back room where all kinds of stuff is stored, and he's got another bedroom, well, formerly a bedroom that had other stuff in it. So the kitchen and living area was open. So we knew that this was going to be just like a regular house kind of a setup. So and with only minimal people there, only like Jeff and I, 2 cameramen, and Nick and his assistant. So 6 people. That's cool. So like I said, if all the conditions were right, we would do it again. So it's not often that an opportunity comes up that meets our criteria for having like something like this happen. We're not going to put Einstein on a plane and fly somewhere with him. And we're not going to have him in front of a huge audience because he would just freeze. He would just freeze and not say a word. Isn't that right, Einstein? Look, he's sleepy. Okay. Let me look through comments real quick, and then let's see if Einstein. Hi, Donnell. No, Einstein's not going to go to Sweden for sure. Maybe Einstein can do Sweden Got Talent. No, no way Einstein can go to Sweden. You can't take birds over the border. Lydia said, imagine with Gordon Ramsay and Einstein will tell him be quiet. I don't know how many times I wanted to tell Gordon Ramsay to be quiet. But that's just his personality, I think. I think he's really a very nice man. Yes, Lydia, you must be a big fan of Nick's. Yes, he does have 3 brothers, and he's the oldest. Okay, Einstein, let's see here. You've got a lot of people watching over here on YouTube that probably want to hear you talk. So, okay, Einstein. Peekaboo. Oh, Cara Carpenter asked, did he eat all of the pizza from Chef Nick? No. That's a very good question. Want to make it perfectly clear, he did not eat. He ate what you saw on the video. You know that piece that Nick held up with all the notches taken out of the slice of pizza? That's all Einstein ate. We just didn't see any point in him eating the whole thing. That would have been way too much. It would have been impossible. So yeah, he just ate a little bit. He was happy with what he got, and then he got treats and he got his lunch after that. Let me move this over here. Einstein? Okay, Einstein, I'm going to be in here. Okay, you do some talking now. What does E equal? Shh.
Be quiet.
Okay, I'll be quiet. I'm going to be quiet now. I'm back. Cherokee Girl asked a good question too. Did we try the pizza? No, we didn't eat the pizza, but we did try the sauce. The sauce was delicious. In fact, I might make a sauce like that sometime. It was sweet potatoes, beet juice, and what else, Einstein? I forgot. Well, go back and listen to the video. There's one other ingredient. Can't think of it right now. But yeah, I'm tempted to make a sauce like that. It tasted very good and it smelled wonderful. So, okay.
quiet.
Okay. Thank you. You told me red bell pepper. Sheila said red bell pepper. Yeah, red bell pepper, sweet potatoes, and beet juice. Donnell asked why wasn't there tomatoes in the sauce? Einstein doesn't really care for tomatoes, and you're supposed to give tomatoes to parrots in moderation. So we just didn't think tomatoes would be a good choice. Besides, it's too ordinary. You know, every pizza has tomatoes. So we just thought we'd make it gourmet. We'd make it a little bit different. Yeah, it was fun and tasty too.
It's good.
It was good, wasn't it, Einstein? Okay, how about broccoli? Corn.
Sweet potato.
Yeah, sweet potato.
Broccoli. Broccoli.
Broccoli.
Sweet carrot. Mango.
Mango.
Dancing.
What's Andy Griffith? Dancing. Do, 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 do. Einstein, what does E equal?
Super remedy. Dancing. What is cooking?
When a cooking. Yeah, we did a cooking, didn't we? Turkey.
Horse.
All the way home. Peekaboo.
So pretty feathers.
You do have pretty feathers. Yeah, pretty feathers. So pretty. I think I need to move the camera. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. You're fine. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, sweetie.
Where's that?
Okay, y'all are asking some good questions. I was hoping y'all would be curious about the video, pizza video. and I'm gonna mispronounce your name. I think it's Tone. I'm not sure. How did you keep Einstein the talking parrot in the space for staging to cook the pizza? Well, we had familiar items there. We had his counter perch, the one he's always used to perching on the counter. We also had his nice PVC perch that we took from home, we took from home, very lightweight, very easy to travel with. Um, so he had very familiar things with us. And with all the food that was on the counter, it was not hard to have him be there. He was more than willing to get in the middle of all of that, just like he does at home. Um, uh, y'all don't, well, I don't usually have Einstein in the kitchen when I'm cooking because he does get into everything. I can't function when he's in there because he just gets into everything. So we usually have him either in here or on the perch visiting with Jeff or doing something else. We sometimes I do let him be in there, like when I'm making salad, something that he can enjoy. But if I'm dealing with foods that aren't parrot friendly, or I'm having to do a lot of chopping or something, he can't be in there. Or if I'm doing a lot of cooking over on the stove, that's dangerous. If I'm cooking over on the stove, he gets over there too, and I just can't have that. Cannot have that because that's very dangerous. So, but in this situation, there was, it was all safe. Everything was on the counter. Einstein knew that he could recognize the corn there. He loves cheese. He knew that was cheese. Anyway, he just knew. It was not hard. Okay, Einstein, I'll be right back. Do some more talking. Thank you for the stars, Renee.
What's for lunch?
You want lunch now? What do you want for lunch?
Lunch, 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 lunch.
Lunch, lunch, lunch. Broccoli,
Broccoli.
corn.
Sweet green. It's
Mmm,
good.
good.
It's good.
It's delicious.
Lunch, corn. Mango.
Mango. We drove instead of flying because it's difficult to fly with a parrot. Einstein's never been through the checkpoints and all that stuff. It's stressful enough for us. It would be twice as stressful to have Einstein with us because, flights get delayed, that kind of thing. It just, and we would never put Einstein under a seat in a carrier because that would freak him out. We would have to buy him a seat. So that's why we didn't fly.
Come here.
What are you doing, Einstein? There you go. Okay. Georgina asked, what does the parrot eat in the morning? He eats Ava cakes, usually some kind of fruit, a grape. He likes this cereal that I eat called Nature something. And sometimes I give him some vegetables like carrots or I don't know, whatever I have in the refrigerator. He really loves Ava cakes in the morning. You can find out more information about what Einstein eats on his website. I just posted the link. It's einsteinparrot.com. There's a section called Kitchen, and I answer a lot of frequently asked questions on that section, as well as the frequently asked questions area, too. I also have some recipes there on his website as to what Einstein eats. Einstein's 28 years old. We've had him his whole life. We got him when he was 3 months old. Okay, Einstein, I'll give you one more chance to do some talk. Oh, Cindy, thank you for the stars. Paul said if you flew with Einstein, he'd be the talk of the plane. Oh, Jeff must be watching too. Jeff just said, I'm repeating this for YouTube people. Jeff's on Facebook right now. He also took very well to Chef Nick, trusting him very quickly. Nick is an utterly genuine, nice guy. Excuse me. As you saw, he also got a real kick out of Einstein's behaviors and vocalizations. It's always fun for us to watch people enjoy Einstein, a privilege we enjoy every day. So that's a little message from Jeff. That's exactly right. Yeah. And Nick really is as nice as he appears on camera. He's very polite, a gentleman. He really is. And smart, polite. I gotta say, good looking. Just super guy. Super guy. Oh, Donnell made a good point too. Yeah, we would have to pay to ship all of Einstein's things too. Yeah, we had, those 12-gallon totes with the floppy lids on them? I had filled up 2 of those to take with us on this trip. Well, you can go back and see the pictures. I posted a bunch of pictures of the trip. Yeah. How often does Einstein eat pizza? We had it we just had it 2 nights ago. We have it about once a month is all, I would say. Yeah. And he only really likes the crust and the little bits of crust that have the cheese on it. You know how the cheese gets on the crust. Yeah, that's really the only part he likes. Thank you for the stars, Kathy. In fact, I don't really think he likes the tomato sauce on a regular pizza. He really ate, as you could see, the little notches on the piece that he ate in the video. He really enjoyed that pizza. So, like I said, I'd like to recreate that sauce and making him a pizza here at the house. to where he can really enjoy it. Maybe just, you know, a pizza about the size of I don't know, like a 2 or a 3-inch pizza, even smaller than what Nick made. So anyway, maybe I'll do that one of these days. John and Top Productions, yes, Einstein is in a video with Nick, Chef Nick. It's on his YouTube page. Well, the behind the scenes, our behind the scenes video is on Einstein's YouTube page. And then Nick's video with Einstein in it is I Cooked for a Lion. It's titled I Cooked for a Lion. I just posted the YouTube link for you. Oh, let me get Einstein to where you can see him better. You want a nut? You just had water before we started. You're probably thirsty again.
There's some water.
Yeah, I'm not going to turn on the water in there. Hang on, there you are. I'll get you some water, but I'm not going to turn it on. Emil asked how many years did he start pulling his feathers? He started really when he was very young. He started pulling his downy feathers out. He really didn't start with his chest feathers until 2020, about the time COVID hit. COVID had nothing to do with it. It just was a coincidence. But what happened was he went through a very heavy molt, and with each molt after that, the feathers never grew back in, his gray feathers, and he was already bare under there because he had pulled out all the downy feathers, and so all the feather follicles in his chest are non-productive now. I have a blog post, and hi Sylvia, thanks for the stars. I will post that in the comments. You can go there and read more about Einstein's feather issues. Y'all have so many good questions. I'm kind of having a long live stream here. Hang on, let me post that. Okay, there it is on Facebook. Here it is on YouTube. Just a second. Jeff's hollering at me. Just say yes. Hold on just a second.
Hello?
Oh, no, I have text replacements for some of the things I posted. Okay, hi Kate. Good to see you. We're just about ready to wrap things up here. Einstein didn't talk very much today. I got a lot of questions about our trip to the filming with Chef Nick. So I answered a lot of questions though. Yeah. So you might want to go back and watch the stream. Sarah, he loves to travel. Einstein really has no trouble with being in the car. The only thing he had trouble with, and I'll tell you, I've said it once before, I think I've said it before. he had trouble with two things on this trip. We rented a minivan, so he didn't like the door sliding back and forth. Doors aren't supposed to slide back and forth. They're supposed to like open. So he had an issue with that, but he got used to it pretty quickly. But I would cover his cage on the side of the door so that when we closed the door, it wouldn't scare him. The first time we did it, it scared the bejesus out of him. So you just never know what's gonna scare him. So he had a problem with that. And then our first night in a hotel, Jeff had piled, all of our stuff onto one of those luggage carts, those big luggage carts, and Jeff rolled it into the room, opened the door and rolled it in. Jeff was behind it. So Einstein didn't see Jeff. And oh my gosh, Einstein took off and flew like 3 times around the room. He was so scared. So Jeff backed the cart out and unloaded it out in the hall, and we hauled stuff in that way. Eventually, over the course of the trip, Einstein got used to seeing that thing, and it didn't scare him so much. So he got used to things pretty easily. We also tell him don't be scared when scary things are about to happen, but we didn't know those were going to be scary things. So, and of course, we're into our own thing, trying to get things done, so yeah, that goes. Ramona says, Einstein, I know you're molting, but you need a vest. You don't want to go around half naked. Einstein is not molting. This is feather picking, okay? And I posted a link in the comments about his feather issues. And you can go there. You can also find it by going to his website, einsteinparrot.com. In the frequently asked questions area, there's a little section about Einstein's feathers. Okay, everybody, it's time for us to go. I've let this go a little bit longer. Let me just post the link again about the feathers in case that person missed it. See, Einstein's ready to go too. Oh, there. Sorry. You ready to go, Einstein? You want to slide? You want to slide down? You want to go get some lunch? Oh, Arlene, you just made my day. Arlene said, if I knew you were coming and had time, I would have called Irene P. I thought about y'all so much during that trip when we were in Boston. I would have loved to have met Irene. But I thought it would be an imposition. When it would be spur of the moment. I just thought it would be an imposition on y'all. Or on Irene, because I know she's a busy lady, but man, that would have been awesome. I admire Irene for all the work she's done, and it would be a life's dream to meet her. Oh gosh, I'm gonna cry. And her birds. It really would have been. So okay, enough. Okay, yeah, we gotta go. We're gonna go see Jeff. Okay, everybody, y'all have a good week. No live stream tomorrow. We'll be back Wednesday or Thursday.
Bye-bye.
No, it will be Wednesday because I do have another deal on Thursday. I have to look at my calendar to be sure. My deal might be on Wednesday, but I'll let y'all know. I'll post it on the website. Go to the website EinsteinParrot.com. There's a banner up there, and it will always usually tell you when my next live stream is. Okay. Okay. We'll see y'all later, and y'all have a great week. Okay. Thank you all.